Why, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Applecraft Survival. Episode 2, in fact. Now, at the beginning of the last episode, I posed several questions, not all of which I answered. Such as, what is this room? Why am I in such a big chair? Well, you see, this is my study, where I can sit back, relax next to the fire, and tell you guys all about what's been going on the Applecraft server. And you know, today's story about Applecraft starts with a build. A build that I have never done before. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess now? What about now? Surely this gives you some clue. We are on our way to the end portal right now. This is actually a nether tunnel. We have tunnels in the nether going to several places. I don't think I ever showed you guys the nether hub in the last episode, so yeah, this is it, or at least one of the tunnels. But yeah, we're going to the end portal to do some work there. Not the end portal. And here we are, at the end portal, inside the stronghold here. So I started roaming around on the Minecraft subreddit for the first time recently, and I've seen several builds on there that I just was impressed with. Like, I hadn't ever thought to do it, and that was people decorating their end portal room. Like, I've been playing Minecraft for like 9 years or something now, and it has never occurred to me to decorate the end portal room. So that is what we are going to do today. We are going to rip out this room here and replace it with something else. Now, the first thing I need to do really is going to pain me, but I'm going to do it. Destroyed the silverfish spawner. Only 3 of them in the entire world, but I just destroyed one. But don't worry, there are still 2 more, so if we ever want to do anything with silverfish, we can still do it. Just not here. And so the blocks you saw me picking up, those are the blocks that I am going to be trying to use for this build here. So we've got the warped nylium and warped blocks and everything here. That's going to be the floor, and we're going to be using some sandstone for like the ceiling. Gonna try to make it like a little cave area thing, you know? It's not really gonna be like a structure room, just a little cave underground. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. And there we go. We have a nice looking end portal room. I have really just, I don't know why. I've never thought to decorate the end portal room like this, but I love it. We've got the nether portal right over here, and we got a bed behind here because I like to set my spawn before I go to the end. That way I can go back through the portal and use the minecart to get back to the nether hub. And I added in lava pillars for the lighting. I think the blue and the orange go well together, and then the orange and the sandstone color. What color is sandstone? I guess it's tan. It's like a light brown, which is like a dark orange, but I don't know. What color is sandstone? Tell me in the comments what color sandstone is, guys, because I'm suddenly realizing I don't really know what color sandstone is. But I think this turned out great, guys. You know, what did we do in this game before we had warped blocks? Like, they just look so fantastic. They're useful in so many different ways. I love them. So that's the first thing that I've never made before that we are making in today's episode. There is yet another one, though. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, I'm not going to make you guess this time. It is going to be a guardian farm, because we need some dark prismarine on this server. And you know what? Let me tell you why. It went a little something like this. So I was walking up to Daxty's place one day and I stopped and asked, "Hey Daxty, what you doing there?" Daxty turned around and said, "Well, hey Punch, I'm building the Clue Mansion." And I said, "Well, it looks a bit like a quiet dog." "A quiet dog?" Daxty asked. "Why, yes," I said. "It's a little roofless." Ha 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 ha. "Anyway," I said, "a cyan roof would look great on this house." And he said, "Well, I suppose I could use some more plank." And I said, "No, silly. You need a stone roof. You need to use some dark prismarine." Daxty said, "But we have no way of getting dark prismarine." "Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that. In fact, for standing next to this mansion, I sure didn't have a clue." So, I'll let you guys decide which parts of that actually happened and which parts may not have. But Daxty needs dark prismarine for his roof, and so we are going to get some prismarine. But of course, to build a guardian farm, we need to conquer an ocean monument first. And you know what that means. Cue the music! Well, this is embarrassing. I have managed to lose all of the footage from conquering the temple and building the farm. I mean, to be fair, this is like a month or two in the future, so I seem to have misplaced them. But hey, I could still show you around. So we don't have a proper nether tunnel for the Guardian farm yet, but if we hop on through this portal here, we will arrive. Yeah, warpwood coming into use yet again in this episode. Yeah, this is it. This is the main storage room where everything gets funneled. We got, you know, prismarine crystals on this side, and then those are shards, not crystals. Crystals are here, and we even are storing the cod, which we should probably put in some more storage for the cod, because I don't think we're ever going to use the cod for literally anything. So, yeah, why don't we go up to the AFK platform? We use the bubble vader here, but that kind of causes a problem because guardians can actually spawn in bubble columns, which is why I have a door right here and an open back. Whenever you come in here to AFK, you're gonna want to shut the door behind you because a guardian might come up out of there, and if this door isn't shut, it's gonna murder you. We got a lovely view of the farm working right here. The farm basically works by guardians spawning in bubble columns. The guardians will spawn in a bubble column down there, be pushed up to the surface where we have some water flowing towards the center there, where they fall into some magma blocks and die and get their remains collected. Ooh, I wasn't trying to fall down, but yeah, this is the way back down. I didn't want to use a bubble vader because of the problem it has with the guardians, but there's not really another easy way to get up such a tall height. We go from like level 22 right here to like 100 and something. It's a long ways up there. If we go back here, we can see the redstone bit of it. We've got our item sorters here on either side coming down from the central killing area, and it just comes and dispenses the items into the chests. Pretty straightforward. And you know, the Guardian farm has already been very useful, although not really for Daxty's mansion. He hasn't been playing a whole lot since the Guardian farm was finished, but it has been useful in another project that we started since the last episode. That is a factory, and it's time for me to go show you guys that. So the factory doesn't have a proper nether tunnel yet. We will do nether tunnels later in the episode. But yeah, here we are at the factory. It's getting to be nighttime, so why don't we hop inside And this is the main hallway that we currently have right now. Let me show you guys around. So the reason that we have a dye factory here is because to get some dark prismarine, you don't only need prismarine shards, but you also need black dye. And so I figured, you know, if I'm gonna get some black dye, might as well get all the other dyes while I'm at it too. So this right here is the control room, which overlooks the storage room. You can see there's still quite a bit left unfinished, but we have some stuff functioning, like right here. This is the fuel indicator. So like these double tall flowers, whenever they are being produced, they take some bone meal, which is the fuel. And so you can see right here how much fuel each of these flowers has. So we're all stocked up with lilacs. We got a little bit less on the peonies. Rose bushes. Ooh, running low on fuel on the rose bushes. Might want to refuel that soon. Looks like it's the same deal on the sunflowers too. But yeah, so that's just kind of a fun, easy way to do things. Over here, on the ones that do take fuel, you'll be able to press a button and activate them. So peonies should be pumping out right now. Yeah, actually there's more fuel on the lilacs, so why don't we hit those. Let's go down to the storage room. Here in the storage room, you can see we have some nice, like, warehouse shelves. I think it's kind of fun. Use the dark prismarine there and the basalt. If we go over here to our lilacs, you can actually hear the lilacs being produced on the other side of this wall here. We should be able to see them flowing in. A couple at a time. So the way these storage units work is you have the minecarts going around back and forth up there, right? And what they're going to is some bubble vaders. And the bubble vaders are bringing up the items to the minecarts from wherever they're being produced. Right down here we have the flowers being produced here at these stations. So yeah, there's the lilacs going right there. And you probably saw when we came in, this area out here, this whole thing is the squid farm. And the squid farm is what is giving us all our black dye for the dark prismarine. Got the item sorter right here, just shunts items up there. Yeah, you know, this produces more than just ink sacs, which I wasn't expecting. We also get some, like, fish. Oh. We have a clog. The system is clogging up. Maybe we, what is the... Why are we all clogged up? Oh, we filled up right here, didn't we? So yeah, this produces more than just ink sacs, as you could see right there. It also produces some bone meal and some salmon, because some fish spawn in there and die. But then we also get some zombie flesh and nautilus shells, because drowns like to spawn in there sometimes. So I guess this is also a zombie flesh farm and a nautilus shell farm. Although it's a pretty inefficient one. And all this back here, while it may look really complicated and stuff, it's actually just a whole bunch of wires going back and forth between the control room and all the stuff the control room controls. That's literally all this is, just a whole bunch of wires connecting things. And if we come back up here, and why don't we turn off our lilacs? Let's see what the fuel looks like on the lilacs now. I think we ran out of fuel on the lilacs. I think we've produced as many lilacs as we can. Doesn't look like we have any fuel left. Yeah, that's alright, that fuel actually goes pretty quickly. And speaking of the fuel indicator, you know, I don't know how many of you out there like to do redstone, but this is the current system that I have right now for indicating how much fuel everyone has. So you got the redstone signal coming from the droppers where the fuel goes, like right up here, and it brings the signal all the way down here. I had to use a comparator line like this to try to preserve the signal. Then it spits it out over here, where these things can be shifted back and forth, like depending on where they are. Oh my goodness! There's a creeper down here, guys! And he didn't blow up. Okay, where is this guy? There you are. You die. Okay, well, that was exciting. Do I have any torches on me? Yeah, I do. Yeah, why don't I add a few torches here? Clearly they are needed. So as I was saying, right here, the signal strength will activate, you know, each of these repeaters depending on how far it goes. And the signal will only be let through on these lines depending on whether the glass is here or the planks are here, which is controlled by the item frame up there. And, you know, I might be better at redstone than the average Joe, but I'm really not a redstone genius. I feel like there's got to be a better way to do this. If anyone in the comments knows of a better way to do this whole fuel indicator system, let me know, because this feels really big and clunky, and I don't like it. You know, I just realized between the Guardian farm and now the Squid farm, we're just gonna be having a whole lot of useless fish around here on the Applecraft server. Is there an actual use for fish other than like feeding cats? I mean, like, I'm sure some cats would love some fish, but I don't think we can have enough cats to feed this much fish. Like, look at all this fish. Yeah, we have a lot of fish. But anyway, the next thing I want to do in today's episode is build the cactus part of the dye factory. Now, there are two reasons why I want to build the cactus part next. One, just because green dye is kind of a pain to get because of cactus and smelting and all that, so it'd be good to have that all coming in automatically. But then I would also like to try to use the cactus to generate some bone meal and composters, because as we saw, the bone meal can go pretty quickly. Now, in terms of dyes, I was thinking that it would be good to get, like, you know, maybe one cactus per second at a really good pace. And so if we had a 100% efficient cactus farm, which is a really big impossible if, then we would need about 1,000 cactus plants, which is doable. But then if we wanted to get one bone meal per second using composters, we would need more like 15,000 cactus plants. And I'm not sure if I want to build that many cactus plants. So I'm not really sure what exactly we're going to do, but I think we're going to build the cactus area out back right here in this area. I think this is going to be the back of the factory. I think I'm going to put the front up over there on the other side. I don't know, we'll see. Gonna have to move this portal again though. I've moved this portal like 3 times already. You know, working in that factory can be a really rough and dirty job, so I decided I should probably change my clothes to the match. But yeah, I said that we were going to do the cactus farm in this episode, but I looked at the time. There's not enough time to do a cactus farm in this episode, but I think there is some time to do a nether tunnel. So the first step to making a nether tunnel is just kind of clearing out all the space you need to actually install the nether tunnel. I usually just start by doing a little 3x3 area here, but we're actually going to need at least a 5x5 area. Probably a little bit bigger, cleared out. Lava! I forgot to mention, you should always have some blocks in your offhand. That way you can keep that from happening. Immediately block it off like that. Now that we've got our tunnel dug out, a good second step for building the tunnel is to actually collect all the resources you need. I've collected some of the resources, but I really don't think this is going to be enough prismarine for the whole tunnel. But we'll go ahead and start with what we have here. And this is the bulk of the tunnel built now. Yeah, I didn't do anything too fancy, just because, you know, it's a nether tunnel. Nether tunnels are typically pretty long, so you don't want the designs to be too complicated. So the next thing you want to do whenever you are building a tunnel is obviously put in the part that will actually transport you other than running. In this case, we like to use rails here on Applecraft. I know that you can use ice roads and stuff that are like really, really, really fast. Like I built one in other worlds before, but we decided to just kind of go with the old school rail on Applecraft. And just like that, the nether tunnel is done. Doing kind of a weird little dance here in the minecart, aren't I? I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of weird. But yeah, here it is. You know, another good tip, which I tried to use here for making nether tunnels, is to have a lot of vertical things passing you by. Because the more vertical things are passing you by, the faster it feels. It's like if all these pillars were like horizontal streaks in the wall, it would feel like we were going a lot slower. So yeah, this is our tunnel to the Prismarine farm. I hope you like it. Well, I'd say we got a lot accomplished in today's episode. What do you guys think? Yeah, I knew you'd agree. That's all I've got for you guys today. I guess in the next episode we'll probably be making a cactus farm and hooking that up to a smelter and stuff and getting all sorts of green dye. We'll be swimming in it. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!